In this video, we will talk about research problem and research process. Research problem is quite different from a problem itself. For example, in my context, I teach students academic writing, and some students' attention is very short. They are not able to watch a 10-minute video till the end, so they'll be distracted by something else. So, short attention is a problem, but this is not a research problem yet. So now let's develop a research problem, and you need to follow some core principles while you are developing a research problem. Number one is the subject. In our case, it's attention. And number two is the problem. So in our case, the problem is attention is short. And then we need to have a clear purpose why we are doing research on this. So although there is a hidden purpose, we can say that we are going to strengthen students' attention to make sure that students understand the content better. And after that, you need context. For example, you cannot study all students globally and their attention and all the factors affecting to their attention and making it short. So that's why you need to say students who are doing their major in environment and sustainability, or students who are majoring in English education at Kimyo International University in Tashkent. And when you are developing your research problem, you need to think about multiple factors that are affecting to the problem. For example, students' attention can be short not only because they didn't sleep well yesterday. So there might be sleep disorders, eating disorders, or maybe they can have some psychological problems like FOMO, fear of missing out. Maybe they're constantly thinking about their social media, or like we've mentioned, maybe there's a construction site outside the building and the noise, the background noise is constantly distracting them. So when you are developing your research problem, you need to think about these possible factors and you need to be able to compare them so that you can show which one is affecting more. And finally, there must be uncertainty. Like you mustn't be sure that one of the reasons is affecting. Like in my case, I don't know exactly which one is affecting my students' short attention. So now our research problem is somehow clear. And if we, let's say, put it in a sentence like situation, it will be like the impact of, let's say, impact of social media on students' short attention in the classroom, or maybe the impact of sleep disorders on students' short attention at Kimyo International University in Tashkent. So now we have got a research problem. So developing a research problem is the core, is the pillar of everything, because once you have got clear research problem, everything becomes easy. Now let's talk about research stages. So research process. So research is a systematic and every step needs an elaborate work. If you make a mistake on any step, then your research might not be reliable. So the first stage is the problem identification. In our case, we have created our research problem, like the impact of, for example, the impact of nutrition on students' short attention at Kimyo International University in Tashkent. And the second stage is reading related literature. Once you have made your research problem clear, you need to go to some Google Scholar search engines, or maybe some other scholarly database, and you need to find articles and read from other scholars. Maybe someone has done already research in Tashkent and has given some valuable lessons about your students. This means once you've done the literature review, if you got answers to your problem, then you don't have to do further research. So at this stage takes a little bit longer time because you need to read as much as you can and you need to read as many articles as you can. After that, you need to calibrate your research questions and research objectives. Maybe you had an idea that the sleep disorder affects students' short attention in my classroom. However, while you were reading literature, people in Tashkent usually sleep well, and students didn't report sleep disorders while they are studying. This means your research idea about the impact of sleep quality on short attention is rejected, let's say. Although you can still do some research specifically in your context, it might be better to calibrate your question a little bit and think about other factors such as maybe social media or maybe nutrition. Once you have clearly set your research questions, then you can think about your research design and methodology. How are you going to conduct a research? Are you going to do surveys, interviews, or observations? For example, if you have got a topic like students' nutrition and its impact on students' attention, then you might visit to some of the students' dormitory or to their flats or houses, and you can ask questions about what they eat, or you can observe what they are eating for a period of time, and then you can come to conclusion saying that they are taking nutrients or they're not taking nutrients. As a result, their brain is working well or not working well. Once you have collected data through maybe interviews or maybe through observations or through tests, then you need to analyze your data. Which factor is the most important factor on students' attention? Is it social media, or is it nutrition, or is it something else? Then, once you've done the analysis, you can start interpreting. Well, okay, in my context, let's say 100 students are not eating well. This means maybe in Uzbekistan, so you will interpret for a broader context. Maybe other students in Uzbekistan and other students globally are not eating well these days. As a result, their attention is short in the classroom, like this. And once you've done this, the final stage is reporting and presenting your findings. Reporting is done in a form of article writing or maybe report writing, while presentations can be done at conferences, or maybe you can do this presentation in your department or in your classroom. So, in this video, we've talked about the importance of having a clear research problem and the research states.